the pros and cons of investing in bonds. When it comes to investing, one of the most popular options is bonds. Bonds are debt securities issued by companies, municipalities, and governments to raise capital. They offer investors the opportunity to earn fixed interest payments over a set period of time, with the principal amount returned upon maturity. However, like any investment, bonds have their advantages and disadvantages. In this article, we'll take a closer look at the pros and cons of investing in bonds. Pros of investing in bonds: steady income. Bonds offer a predictable stream of income in the form of interest payments. The interest payments are typically fixed, which means you can rely on them as a steady source of income. Lower risk. Bonds are generally considered to be less risky than other investments, such as stocks. This is because bonds are a form of debt, and the issuer has a legal obligation to repay the principal amount and interest payments. Diversification. Bonds can be used to diversify your portfolio and reduce overall risk. This is because they tend to have a low correlation with other asset classes, such as stocks. Liquidity. Many bonds are highly liquid, which means they can be easily bought and sold on the secondary market. This allows investors to quickly react to changes in the market or take advantage of new opportunities. Cons of investing in bonds: lower returns. Bonds generally offer lower returns than other investments, such as stocks. This is because they are considered to be less risky, so investors demand a lower rate of return. Interest rate risk. When interest rates rise, bond prices tend to fall. This can lead to losses for investors who need to sell their bonds before maturity. Inflation risk. Inflation can erode the purchasing power of the fixed interest payments received from bonds. This means that the real return on a bond investment may be lower than expected. Credit risk. Bonds issued by companies or municipalities may be subject to credit risk, which is the risk that the issuer will default on their debt obligations. In conclusion, bonds can be a valuable addition to an investment portfolio, but they do have their pros and cons. If you are looking for a steady stream of income and a lower risk investment, bonds may be a good option for you. However, if you are looking for higher returns or are concerned about interest rate or inflation risk, you may want to consider other investment options. As with any investment, it's important to do your research and consult with a financial professional before making any decisions.